More You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Hey, baby, you wrote the one, promise me the light of the darkness. My God, that is you. Baby, you wrote the one, promise me the light of the darkness. My God, that is you. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, in every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. I worship you.
Sasa ndio mashine hii tumesha connect nayo. Ama tumchukulie hapa nje. Acha nichukue. Kisimamisha leo. Sasa ingia tu. Tulia hapa nje. Mambo? Sasa tuchukulie na hapa tu sawa, kama tuende bado inawezana. Ni michanga ifungua itakatu bali pale. So ina difference. Haina difference eh? Acha tunao. Ikoje? Sawa. Ni mingi bado. Sawa. Amesoma. Kwa kila mtu. Sawa. Niangalie hapa. Wako hapo nje wanapita.
Hata sioni.
Kuja. Ikebo hizi mpaka huko nje. Aki ni surprise sana. Sikuwa napiga kelele. How big is it? How big is the cable? 20 meters. 20 meters. Inaweza fika kwa ile kona pale. 20 meters inafika. Ngoja. Tumeweka the wrong cable. Tumeweka wrong cable. Tumeweka wrong cable. Tumeweka wrong cable. Change cable. Change cable. Sawa. Sawa hiyo. Nafasi. Hii. Nimewekea hapa.
Shikilia. Sijakaza usiona.
Hello, welcome to our 6th graduation ceremony. I think we're going to start our ceremony now. We're going to start with a word of prayer, and I want to, at this point in time, welcome our Reverend to open this graduation with a word of prayer. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we thank you, Lord, for the reaching of this end for African Institute of Research and Development Studies. We thank you, Lord, for this new beginning and for the joy in finished aims and goals. As we gather here today, we have evidence of the great achievement that you've done to us, as we shall be witnessing today. Have mercy on these graduates, O Lord, as they bask in their successes. Please guide them to their destinies and show them love that blesses at all times. We ask for you to lead each one of them in these trying times, through any mistakes they may suffer on the road to gaining wisdom, and enable them in finding faith and hope that safeguards. Please touch each heart with joy and peace, as commencement gives promotion and fill each life with love's increase of strength and deep devotion. We pray that for this eager class of graduates who are waiting to be adorned with degrees, please bless them at this starting gate with all the keys they need for success and sustainability. We thank you, Lord, as we enter into this occasion, as we pray for the blessings of the Lord. In these pandemic moments, we pray that, God, you shall cover us, you shall protect us, you shall help us gain more wisdom with understanding as we walk your way. Bless this event today, for we commit it now before you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, and we all say, Amen.
Thank you very much. We may now remain seated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to welcome you all once again to our 6th graduation ceremony. We are going to be virtual. We are live. We're going to be live on KTN from 10. I know we are now live on Facebook and YouTube. I want to welcome all of us. I want to welcome us again now to rise up again for the national anthem so that we can begin. Thank you. Let us rise up for the national anthem. You can follow the national anthem on our program. here physically. Remember, we are having this graduation virtually. I want to now welcome the group that is going to give us our first entertainment. I don't know if they are ready. The group that is going to give us our first entertainment. If they are ready, I think they can come in. The first group who are going to give us our first entertainment. Are they ready? Our first entertainment, are they ready? If they are not ready, we're going to continue with our program. I want to thank all of us. First, we want to thank God for having kept us. I think we are in very, we are in the new normal. And with the COVID-19 restrictions, of course, I know we are very few here, and we are representing the entire group. I want first to start by recognizing the graduating class of 2020. Those who are representing the rest, are you there? Maybe you can just wave. Those who are representing the rest, the graduating class of 2020, just wave. Wave, the graduating class of 2020, wave where you are seated, please wave. Thank you very much and congratulations for your achievement today. I also want to recognize the student leaders who are here. Those who are here, the student leaders, I want to welcome to this graduation ceremony. I also want to recognize our staff. Just wave where you are. Wave the represented staff who are here. Thank you very much. You've done a wonderful work for these graduates today. I now want to recognize the management, the principals of campuses, various campuses, starting from Eldoret, Mr. Hilary Langat. Maybe you can just stand and wave. Thank you very much. Let's clap for him as he waves. Thank you so much. I also want to recognize the principal Kericho, Bononesimus Sanui. Thank you very much. I also want to recognize the principal Nakuru, Bwana Vincent. Thank you very much. I also want to recognize the principal Kisumu, Bwana Olway. Thank you very much. You're welcome. I also want to recognize the principal from Lodwa. Thank you very much. I also want to recognize the principal from Bungoma. Thank you so much. I also want to recognize members of the Central Management Center, from the General Manager, Bwana Wilson. They will just stand and wave our HR, Catherine. All staff of CMC, Madam June, can stand and wave. Thank you so much for good work. Thank you so much. And then I also now want to recognize our directors. I know they will have some time to say something later. The directors were represented here today because others are also virtual. Our directors are also technologically savvy. So today, the rest of the team is virtual. Wherever they are, we have 5 directors who are virtual, and those who are represented here today are only 2. And I want to just recognize them. Asante sana, our chairman, Madam Catherine. Asante sana, thank you for coming. I also want to recognize our Reverend Reverend Tom for coming over to. Thank you so much. We are happy. I also want to recognize if there are any representatives from any institution around Kenapco. I know Kenapco, that is the colleges and the CATI principals. I know they are following live. They are following on Facebook. Members of the press, we want to thank you. We have Citizen. We had Citizen earlier. We have KTN who are going to do our live coverage, and the other media houses, Upendo FM, Sayari. We also have TV24, TV47. Thank you so much. And then I also want to probably recognize the government officials present. Is there any government officials present today? I know they'll join us later. Let me also recognize our chief guest is here. I think he's going to speak. Thank you so much, Bwana Chief Guest, for gracing our occasion. We are so humbled today for having you. Thank you so much. So we want to now welcome you to this 6th graduation ceremony. We are really very happy. Remember, we did our 5th graduation ceremony in 2018. That one was physical, and we had quite a number of people. But I think with the COVID-19, we all understand that we are in a new normal, and the only fraction that is represented here are representing. Today we are having 1,768 graduates graduating across the board, and we are only having, I think, around 50 who are representing all the other 1,768 across campuses. The other graduating classes are following from our campuses and at home. It is something very, very nice. You can imagine attending a graduation and graduating at the comfort of your home, sipping some tea while you're graduating. It's something, leaving the hustle of traveling, and it's something very, very nice. So, but for those of us who are here, I think we want to be very grateful, and we are privileged to represent the rest of us who are, even our staff across the other campuses, those who are who've prepared these graduates. We want to thank them in advance. So at this point in time, I now want to welcome our GM, the General Manager, to take us through the statute, to cite for us the statute. Thank you. Welcome, Manager.
Thank you very much. The guest of honor, sir, Mr. Tom Molati, Director Tibet, our Chairman, Engineer John Cherewa, our Vice Chair in absentia, our Chief Executive, Gona Nicholas Quech, our Directors present, invited guests, our beloved graduates, both physically and virtually, the staff present, the students, the parents, and the members of this congregation of the 6th graduation ceremony. Kindly allow me to read the African Institute of Research and Development Studies statute. It is a private institution established by the Board of Directors as a company under Cap 486. In TVET program offering higher diploma, certificate, and artisan courses. African Institute of Research and Development Studies caters for Form 4 school leavers who are either sponsored by the industry and commerce or self-sponsored. They undertake the training program in order to acquire relevant skills to enable them to rise in status and responsibility within their organization or be self-employed. This training program leads to professional, that is technician and technologist qualifications. African Institute of Research and Development Studies, IRAS, maintain close contacts with government ministries, departments, with major industrial and public service organizations. The types of courses offered are market-driven and are determined by the demand of the public and private sectors of the economy. The institutional approvals, IRAS colleges are approved by all the relevant government agencies to offer TVET training programs. The approval and registration received so far include but not limited to the following. We have approval from the Ministry of Education, that is under the registration number MST/PC/1049/07. We have the Ministry of Education registration P/TC/1005/07. We are also registered by the TVETA, all our centers across the campuses, that is Nakuru, Kericho, Kisumu, Eldoret, Bungoma, and Lodwar campus. All of them are registered under TVETA. as our regulator. We also have NEC centers across the country. We have 6 technical centers, 6 business centers, and 1 ECD center. Approval by the necessary government ministries assures our learners that they are studying in a recognized and reputable institution. We have had excellent academic results with over 95% pass rate of our students in their NEC and custom examination over the last 14 years since the institution was established. And this performance has enabled our graduates to pursue various degree courses in the universities across the country. The vision of the institution is to be a world-class center of excellence and innovation in technical research and entrepreneurship training. Our mission is to provide quality technical and entrepreneurship training and cutting-edge research that will ensure developmental transformation of individuals and communities in the world. Our core values: one is innovative thinking, hard work, integrity, corporate social responsibility, and excellence. Our motto of this institution is Arts College is a center of excellence where quality is nurtured. Academic charter. The Institute has academic charter that guide all the Institute academic activities. This graduation is therefore taking place as part or fulfillment of our academic calendar, our academic charter under section 7.7, which stipulates the following. 1. There shall be graduation presided by the Cabinet Secretary from the Ministry of Education or representative from the Ministry of Education or any other ranking official from the Ministry. 2. The students who qualify to graduate must meet the following minimum requirements. 1. Must have passed all the final examination of either NEC or CASNE. 2. The graduate must have undergone the full academic cycles of the Institute academic programs. 3. The graduate must have done and passed the prerequisite internal examination of the Institute. 4. Must have cleared all the fees due to the institution. 5. Must have a valid leaving certificate issued by the institution. Now, on this day of 11th December of 2020, we have 1,784 graduates who have passed their NEC and CASNE exams, clear their fees to the Institute, and have a valid living certificate. We are pleased to have our esteemed guest of honor from the State Department of Tibet in the Ministry of Education, that is in specific Director Tibet, Bwana Tom Mulati. Karibu sana. And this congregation is properly constituted and therefore a valid ceremony. On this event, the principals shall rise and present to the chairman the graduates for the award of higher diploma, certificate, and artisan courses. As the principals reads out the name, the candidates stand and remain standing until the last name is read. While all graduates are standing, the chairman shall then award the respective certificates and artisan courses to successful graduates in the institute. The candidates shall then curtsy or bow, sit and wait for commission. The chief guest of honor shall then commission all graduates awarded with their higher diplomas, and certificates, certificate, and artisan courses. Lastly, may I take this golden opportunity to congratulate all the class of 2020 for successfully certifying the Board of Examiners for them to be given this award of their higher diploma, certificate, and artisan courses. Welcome to African Institute of Research and Development Studies, a center of excellence where quality is nurtured. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Bwana GM, thank you so much for that. We now want to welcome our Kalenjin dancers to do a very short presentation of not more than 3 minutes. So I think they should be already here. The Kalenjin dancers, they should be already here so that they can do the folk song. If they are not ready, I think we are going to move on with the program. I'm told the CU is ready, so they can come in. The Christian Union, please come in. The Christian Union group, you can come in. The Christian Union. The Christian Union. So meanwhile, as we wait for them, I'm going to call upon the student representative of students to give his speech. The person representing the students, the student council, to give their speech.
The half a song when I go to present. Thank you.
Tumeona mkono wake Bwana, mengi mazuri tumeyaona, tumetenda tumeona mkono wake Bwana, mengi mazuri tumeyaona, Mungu umetenda, ni wewe muweza. Neno tunatosha, ukisema umetenda. Israeli uliwavusha watumishi wako, umewapa yote waombayo, ikiwa umependezwa. Wako walo hakuna wa kulipinga, hakika wewe ni Mungu wa vyote. Unayafanya dunia na vilivyomo, makuu umeyatenda. Tumekuona
So thank you so much for that wonderful presentation by the Christian Union. We now want to welcome speakers, and the first person to give us our speech is the student representative who is going to represent the Student Council. And I want to welcome to the front. Kindly come over. Kindly come over. The student representative. Thank you.
Chairman, Board of Directors, Wasingishu County Government officials, present, our lovely members of IRAC staff, parents, distinguished guests, graduates, and all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. I take this opportunity to thank God for protecting us and enabling this event to be realized. I will also wish to congratulate all our graduates from our campuses in Global Town, Bungoma Town, Kericho Town, Nakuru Town, Kisumu City, and the Ost campus in Eldoret Town. Wherever they might be following this event from. Kindly bear with the new normal due to the COVID-19 pandemic and feel honored for your achievement. We are really proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the entire Highlands family for giving these graduates ambience suitable for academic performance. To our tutors and lecturers, may God bless you. Your tireless involvement has been a great assistance to all of us who choose to study in Highlands. To our parents, guardians, and sponsors, this academic journey cannot be concluded without your spiritual, emotional, financial support that you make toward meeting our needs whenever we turn back to you for your support. May God always protect and bless you. Our graduates, as we celebrate you today, we want to thank you for having put IRAC as a center of excellence, not only the global map, but also having proved that IRAC will nurture quality, will make things happen. I want to wish you well as you go out to the job market. We are confident that just as you made IRAC proud, you will equally make not only your parents proud, but also employers. We urge you to go and make a difference out there in the field you are qualified, since in the society look upon us, the youth, with lots of hope for prosperity. Remember, education is progressive discovery of our own ignorance. As you walk out there, you are more enlightened than when you walk in Highlands for the first time. We once again wish to congratulate you all graduates of our 6th graduation ceremony. To those students who still wait for the coming exam, it has been long a wait, but now we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let us continue working hard and not be pulled down by the circumstances that we can do very little about in changing them. I'm sure during our time we will also be celebrated. As I conclude, let us all remember that COVID pandemic is here with us and is real. I urge us all to adhere to the Ministry of Health guidelines or protocols to combat the spread of this deadly coronavirus. Wash your hands frequently, keep social distance of at least 1 meter, have meters for each other. Put on your mask properly, sanitize frequently, and if possible, avoid unnecessary travel and parties. May God bless our hearts. May God bless you all. And bless each time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now I'm going to call the principal representative to give us the speech. We're going to have the principal to represent all the campuses. Karibu, welcome.
Chief guest, invited guests, the members of the board, our staff, graduates, the viewers and the followers on our social media platforms. Good morning. I'm delighted today to share some sentiments on behalf of my equivalent colleague principals across the IRATS campuses. Today, as we celebrate and as we congratulate the graduating class of 2020. Unlike the past, today we are having our ceremony in times where we don't have the parents, the guardians, the lecturers, the graduates, and even the ceremonies where we have the physical presence. But nonetheless, even with this pandemic COVID being here with us, it cannot stop the celebration and the commemoration of this graduation ceremony. I believe this graduation ceremony is not like the way you had expected. Because of the COVID pandemic, and I pray that even as we celebrate, we don't make the effects of COVID-19 to interfere with the zeal, with the sense of success, and even the jubilation of this ceremony. On behalf of my colleague principals, we can be able to attest today that the graduates who are here today have gone through the systems in our various campuses, having been taken through by the very much qualified, competent, skilled lecturers across the campuses. Ladies and gentlemen, the process of having the graduates who are here today has been very perfect. I can tell you for free that in African Institute, as we talk about the quality being nurtured, the 21 artisan graduates, the 211 artisan graduates and the 27 proficiency graduates, the 791 certificate graduates, the 706 diploma graduates, and the 50 high national diploma graduates are manifestation of the quality, of the competence of the staff that we have, and even of the future of TVET that we all set our eyes in. Our graduates, this is your great day. You've made all of us proud. We, as the principals, we are overjoyed to see you in this graduation day for having gone through the academic journey that has taken all that period. We are joyous today because we know that the dream of the TVET orchestrators, we know today that the dream of the members who came up with the curriculum of the various programs will be proud because as you go outside there, if in case you're not opting to further your education, we will be pleased that we can make some difference in our society. I want to implore you today to actualize the dream of TVET. I want to implore you today to prove to the world that technical and vocational education training is real in Kenya. I want to implore you today, as the implementation of the competence-based education and training is being set, that we, as representative of African Institute, we make our country proud. We fill the spaces that has been missing, and we fill the gap, and we do that what is good and what is right. Our chief question: the graduates before you today have upheld high standards of discipline and hard work throughout their academic journey. There are some who could have spent 2 years, some have spent 3 years to finalize their program, but all through they have been depicting the highest level of standards which are required of their programs. I can tell you without any doubt in my mind that they meet the standards of their mentor, the great mentor, the one and only African Institute of Research and Development Studies. I can tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, as the saying goes, that the sea of knowledge has no boundaries. I can tell you today that all of us here today are like swimmers in that sea of knowledge. We are moving on our continuous journey of learning with no boundaries, with no borders, whether at home, whether at work, whether employed, or whether in business, whether you're graduating today or you are here to support our graduates or you're following on our social media to attest our 6th graduation ceremony. My prayer is we are all in this journey of searching for knowledge to improve our lives and make our contribution to the society. If there are employers outside there, I can tell you today that the graduating class of African Institute, they are the cream de la cream of the expected employees in our workplace environment. If there are parents outside there, I can tell you today that as African Institute, we are a center of excellence, we nurture quality, and we never disappoint. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to have witnessed these graduates through the system, where they have shown their commitment, they have shown their hard work, they have gone through all this to ensure that they give the TVET the support and that pillar that is required in supporting the government in even the actualization of the 4 big agendas. Today, as we celebrate this graduation, we implore our graduates to do that what is good and what is right. We implore our graduates to go and be good ambassadors outside there, of not only their own selves, of not only the African Institute, but to make our country a safe place, even amid the voices that are challenging us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have limitation of time, but our various campuses across the country, be it in Eldoret, be it in Nakuru, be it in Kericho, Kisumu, Bungoma, or Lodwar, are very much welcoming to ensure that we continue impacting on our society in terms of the provision of the TVET education. As I conclude, I implore everyone to consider the adherence of the COVID regulations, and And I implore everyone that as we graduate the graduates, we make our society great, and we make that difference that is required of all of us. I thank you for your audience, and I pray God to be with you throughout the ceremony and lead you through the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think we are now going live in 2 minutes. I think we're going to be live on Citizen, on KTN. Sorry. I want to greet all the graduates across our campuses, those who are watching us virtually from Nakuru, those who are watching us virtually from Kericho, those who are watching us virtually from Kisumu campus, those who are watching us virtually from Bungoma campus, and those who are watching us from Lodwar campus, and those who are here with us. I want to welcome you again to our 6th graduation ceremony. And I think as we prepare to go live, you will notify us that we're going live. We would then begin. So for those who are watching online, streaming online, make sure you can also follow us on KTN Live, KTN TV, KTN Home. Welcome so much on to our 6th graduation ceremony. We are now live on KTN TV, KTN Home. This is our 6th graduation ceremony, African Institute of Research and Development Studies. We are doing a virtual graduation. We are live here from RCA Conference Center. African Institute of Research and Development Studies is at TVET Technical Training College. We have 6 campuses across campuses. Today we are graduating 1,768 graduates across our campuses. And I think all of us are watching virtually. We have a fraction, a very small fraction of our graduates today. The graduating class of 2020, congratulations to you all. Thank you for the job well done. Thank you for the faculty, the teaching faculty that have prepared this stuff. And thank you for the management that has made this day possible. Thank you so much. My name is Nicholas Koech, the Chief Executive Officer of African Institute of Research and Development Studies. I'm going to give you my speech. The chief guest of our 6th graduation ceremony, the Director TVET, Mr. Tom Mulati, the County Secretary was Singishu County, the CC Education was Singishu County, the TVET County Director was Singishu County, other government officials present, the Chairman Board of Directors and Directors of Irons College, Kenapco family, wherever they are watching from, Kati principals, wherever they are watching from, distinguished guests, our staff, graduates of today, the graduating class of 2020, ladies and gentlemen, today we are happy to welcome you once again to our 6th graduation ceremony as our college marks the 14th year in nurturing quality TVET education. We take note that today we have over 1,600 graduates attending to our graduation virtually, and they are also equally graduating today. The graduates represented today here are just a fraction of the entire graduating class of 2020. Of course, owing to the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions, those who are watching from KTN Home TV and those streaming online from our Facebook page and YouTube channel, at the comfort of their homes, we want to welcome you to join us in this graduation. We salute you all, for those who are watching online, for embracing this technology of the new normal and finding a time even to grace our occasion virtually. And we sincerely welcome you to be part of our 6th graduation ceremony. Today, indeed, is a great moment for all of us as we come together to celebrate the achievements of our young people. Congratulations for your resilience. You've worked so hard. The achievements we celebrate today could not have been possible without the guidance of God, the tireless efforts of your parents and guardians who have been working with you through the journey by supporting you financially. We've also gotten a lot of support from the county education funds, both at the county level and at the national level. There's the IRADS college management team who have worked so hard, and also the teaching faculty who have been very instrumental in preparing these students, and of course the administrative staff who've been supporting our college. We want to thank you. Nelson Mandela today reminds us that education is the most powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. And today, indeed, our graduates are better equipped with skills and knowledge to make this world a better place. Worldwide, TVET education that you have undergone is seen as a tool that empowers trainees with practical skills, technical know-how for self and gainful employment. It is indeed one of the answers to the youth unemployment challenge, given its immense potential for job creation. As Benjamin Franklin rightly puts it, an investment in education pays the best interest. The competence and organizational field exposure you have gained through TVET training and industrial attachment while at IRADS College will not be in vain, but today we are confident that it has equipped you with entrepreneurial and employability skills to stand out in the current competitive environment. I request potential employers today watching not to miss out on these very refined and very well-baked graduates. We celebrate you today as you step out to the new journey of more learning and making a difference through innovative thinking and hard work. We challenge you to invest your skills in transforming your communities, organizations that you will work for, and for the world at large. We wish you the very best in your future endeavors, and as you create jobs, and as you make a difference in society there, we know that IRADS College and IRADS brand is going to be making a difference, and you're going to be our ambassadors out there. May God bless you, and may God bless our country. Thank you so much. So at this point in time, I now want to welcome Ms. Catherine Siglai to be able to welcome the Chair, Board of Directors, so that we can continue the program. Thank you.
Our chief guests, Board of Directors, representative from Wasigishu County, IRADS family from the 6 campuses, the graduates, good morning. I want to take this opportunity, first of all, to thank God for the fact that He has brought us. We know that education is the key, and in IRADS, as our motto says each and every time, that the center of excellence is where quality is nurtured, and that's what you're practicing. Even today, as we graduate the students for this 6th graduation, I kindly insist that outside is not easy, but just believe in yourself. Hard work is the motto. Whatever you do and whatever you find to do it well. So with those few remarks, I want to take this opportunity to welcome the Board of Directors, Engineer John Cherogon, to take over.
Our chief guest, Director TVET Tom Mulati, education officials of Wasigishu County, Board of Directors, NAPCO and IT principals present, distinguished guests, staff, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you on behalf of African Institute family to our 6th graduation ceremony. And on the same breath, I want especially to welcome those who are watching us live, those who are with us in Nakuru campus, Kericho campus, Kisumu campus, Bungoma campus, and Lodwar campus. I want to say welcome very much, and even parents who are watching at home and we want to say welcome to this, and we want to take this opportunity to congratulate all our graduates for successfully completing their courses. This occasion marks a great day in initiation of our graduates as they receive their earned rewards and are ushered into the world the forces of development, both locally and internationally. In this moment of pride for yourselves, your friends, your parents, your beloved ones, I wish to congratulate you and advise you that go out. Going out, sometimes life does not follow the plans we lay for ourselves. We lay for ourselves. Anticipate some high and low moments. You may face difficulties and all may not be smooth sailing. Remember, true success will be defined by how you handle these times, and especially how you create and apply the knowledge and the skills to create opportunities even where none may seem available. Never lose confidence in the training you have received. Seek not success but virtues in all you do. Our communities need value-guided leadership, and we count on you to serve differently. What we are saying is that sometimes you might go to the world and you find that there is no employment. Please, you can also be an employer. Use the skills you have learned to look for employment or to create employment. Not be discouraged, even if it takes you long. The other option is, if you find also it's difficult, you can improve your education. Those of us who have higher diploma can go for degree courses or masters. Those of us who have ordinary diploma can go for higher diploma. Those with certificate, you can increase your course. Don't be discouraged and do your best. But what we are stressing is that out there, it's not only the degree which matters, it is your virtues. Are you going to be honest when you work? When you are employed, are you an honest employee? Are you going to be, are you going to work without unnecessary supervision, or every time you work will be supervised? The world needs people who can work with little supervision. So we want to believe, we know that we trained you well, so we expect you to do your best there. You will look at the education you receive in this great institution of ours as a foundation. Your character within the frames of your integrity. We quench intellectual thirst, discover potential and nurture talents as we nurture talents as well as quality. Our graduates are never short of creative approach to life, not only because of the knowledge and the skill gained, but more so for the relevance of each of our program to the times and the contextual realities we live in. It has taken genuine willingness of many who have sacrificially given of themselves in extraordinary service. We owe our success to God and all who proudly and selflessly carry our vision, mission and core values with great dedication. To the institution, it is a mark of growth as we have nurtured and equipped you over the years, and we are confident that we are releasing you into the world to make a positive impact. To all who supported our graduates in one way or another, want to thank you. Our members of staff want to thank the families who supported you, the sponsors, the mentors, the guardians, the friends. Thank you very much. As our graduates take time to find their space and commit themselves to offering quality service in keeping with their training, please give them a chance and kindly receive what they are able to offer to you and to the society at large. We want to pay special thanks to especially all graduates, people who have sponsored others, the guardians, we can say parents who have sacrificed for you to finish your courses. We want to even say thank you areas bursaries, the constituency bursary fund. We have the county bursary fund who have supported many of these students who are graduating today. We want to say thank you very much and may God bless you. To our chief guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are faced with the greatest threat in our recent times, the COVID-19 pandemic. I urge all of you to adhere to the Ministry of Health safety measures and protocol to combat the spread of this virus.
I know you deserve a big celebration. Reserve the hugging and the coming close for the, you can accept for us to say thank you very much, and even your parties, please minimize the parties that we'll do because of this situation. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. I want to take this time to welcome our chief guest to make his speech. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Allow me to prepare myself well. It gives me great pleasure, and I want to recognize the presence of the county government officials present, the board of directors, the CEO, the principals, the trainers, graduates, parents. Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to be here in the spirit of Tibet. As you are aware, Tibet is addressing the youth agenda in this country. And therefore, public or private institution that addresses the youth need for skills for sustainability is a most welcome agenda because of my designation. And therefore, I want to say that as the Minister of Education, we have continued to value both public and private institutions because they are doing just that which we need to do for this country. As you undergo the 6th graduation ceremony, I'm glad to note that it is important that we address Tibet growth on various fronts. First and foremost, we need to increase access to Tibet. That's why the government is constructing more technical and vocational colleges in other constituencies, other remote areas that were hitherto not able to access Tibet education. They can now access institutions. And therefore, even the private sector, the engagement to expand the access to Tibet is extremely important. To enhance access, I'll also urge the private sector players to critically look at their fees so that they can be able to make it attractive. It does no good charging 100,000 and you have 2 students, while you could still reduce the fees to 56,000 and have 30 students. Going ahead also, the quality of the training is extremely important to us as the Ministry of Education, and as you are aware, the Tibet Authority is there to ensure that there is quality of the training. For institutions to attain the quality of training that we desire for the job market that is available in Kenya and globally, then the training of the trainers is extremely important for us. And therefore, it will be needful for us to continually engage trainers who are accredited by Tibet Authority. The quality of the training equipment also will require enhancement, and the board of directors have to constantly look at how to improve the equipment so that it can meet the training standards that are evolving on the job market. The relevance of the skills that we are training is extremely important to us also. How are our skills relevant? The skills can only be said to be relevant not by the trainers, not by the institutions, but by the industry. And therefore, going forward in the new year, we are looking forward to that every course that you are running, if it's electrical engineering, if it's hospitality, you have an industry that you are cooperating with for hands-on training, not industrial attachment. During the course of the training, where students can go and practice hands-on skills in the presence of the trainer and in the presence of the industry practitioners, so that we can be able to assure the relevance of the skills. Therefore, it is going to be imperative for us to look into creating engagements, collaborations with industry in the areas that we are training, so that we can be able to ensure that our training is relevant. To also ensure that TVET attracts the youth that it is supposed to attract, it is important for us to remain attractive. For us to remain attractive as a sector. And by this I mean that the infrastructure that we have must be conducive. The training environment we are in must be conducive, so that the trainees can be able to join those institutions with high self-esteem. And as you are aware, we have been moving around in the country, and we have at least addressed it in the public institutions, ensuring that the training environment is extremely clean for TVET to remain attractive, for the self-esteem of the trainees in the TVET institutions. So the hostels, the washrooms, the classrooms, they must be attractive, and the classrooms must have that readiness for digital evolution, so that we can be able to use modern methods of teaching. It is a fact that 70% of the students who finish Form 4 require space to transition, and TVET is that space which this 70% who do not make it to the university should be able to find space. And as you are aware, 68 students who had over B+ and above qualification chose not to go to the university, but they chose to join TVET institutions. And this is what we are talking of, that TVET must be attractive, so that TVET can be seen as a pathway. It is not a last option. It is not a condemned last option resort. It is a pathway that one can choose, looking at the career in life, how he or she wants to progress and be able to join. So this is already a landmark. It is the beginning of great things to both public and private institutions remaining attractive, so that the youth can find space in these institutions. The government therefore values the contribution of African Institute of Research and Development Studies in the development of the youth agenda. As I look at your programs, I see there is a balance between science, engineering, and technology, and also others which are business courses.
So this is
and
already a landmark.
our focus is emphasis on science, engineering, and technology courses as a Ministry of Education. And for the public institutions, we are actually telling them that 70% of the courses must be science, engineering, and technology, and very little to do with business courses, which could be done elsewhere. We say so in the public institutions because the government has invested there in a lot of equipment. As a matter of fact, the government is mapping out a TVET strategy that will ensure 100% transition from Form 4 to TVET and higher education. To do this, it is important for private institutions also to contribute, and they will require to rethink, to refocus, and apply themselves to the quality of the equipment and infrastructure they have. They will also require to emphasize on science, engineering, and technology courses, the skill areas. They will also require to be accredited by TVET authority so that they can be able to function with all the full accreditation that is required. Linkage with industry is also going to be extremely important, as I have stated. The need for competent trainers cannot be overemphasized. trainers are extremely important. And for both public and private institutions, beginning the new year, continuous professional development of the trainers is mandatory. The times when an electrical trainer left college in 1988 and he or she is still training without having undergone continuous professional development are over. We will ensure that there is continuous professional development for both trainers in the public and private sector. To do this, the government is repositioning Kenya Technical Trainers College so that it can become a Kenya School of TVET to handle both skills and management attributes that are required to be imparted on those involved in the TVET sector so that it can serve the purpose for which it was intended for. The Kenya Technical Trainers College in Nairobi cannot do this, and therefore, as you are aware, we were around here 2 months ago and we launched one branch at Moiben, which will be opening its doors in January. We will have other branches in Western, in Coast, and in Central region, so that there are various opportunities available for both public and private institution trainers to undergo continuous professional development. Trainers will also be required to attend an industrial attachment from time to time to ensure that the skills the trainer has are in tandem with the skills at the industry. To enhance youth employability, the ministry will also re-engineer the training on entrepreneurship so that we are able to churn out trade graduates who are very well applicable to entrepreneurial skills in view of the global trends. For TVET to remain attractive, it is important for us to comply with all the regulations that we receive from both the Ministry of Education, TVET Authority, TVET CEDAC, and in that way we will be able to ensure that we go CPET, competency-based education and training. It is important that we go competency-based education and training because today we are graduating 1,700 graduates here. All of them, when I look at them, they have stayed in college 1 year, others 2 years, others 3 years. This will not address fully the youth bulge that is being addressed by the political leadership of this country. As you are aware, the youth bulge is even a component of the BBI. It is a recognition by the leadership that the youth bulge needs attention. And the place where youth bulge will be attended to is TVET. Is exactly where we are, is exactly where I am. That is where the youth bulge needs to be addressed. We will not address the youth bulge, which stands in millions, through 1 year, 2 year courses. We are going to address it by short courses as well as long-time courses. And that is why we have going the way of competency-based education and training through CEDAC. We want to employ on the private sector to also engage into the movement to competency-based education and training, so that we can have short courses. As much as you are doing a 3-year electrical electronics course, you could still do a 1-month course on laying of tiles, and with that, a youth somewhere will get that skill that will assist that youth to be able to employ himself or herself. And therefore, both long and short courses become very critical. And that is why we are going competency-based education and training. And therefore, I urge the board of directors and the management to continue to realign themselves to the ministry. We continue to work in partnership so that we can be able to reform the TVET to address the emerging challenges, the emerging trends that are coming, so that we can be able to address the youth bulge. Otherwise, I'm very grateful that you continue to offer services to the Kenyan population in various campuses, and the number of graduates that we have really shows that we have been very productive. I wish to congratulate the trainers. I wish to congratulate the parents who have been able to facilitate the trainees to attend to their lessons. Coming to the COVID-19 protocol, COVID-19 pandemic, I really wish to request that we continue to adhere to COVID-19 protocols, even in the new year, even as we resume our colleges on 4th of January. Let us continue to adhere to COVID-19 protocols. In the light of COVID-19, we have also been able to, both public and private institutions, move to a TVET digital platform for content, and we will continue to expand that so that it can help us. The digitalization of TVET will really help us in addressing the youth bulge. It will also help us in reducing the course duration, because with the digitalization, with the online learning, we are now finding that we are in a better position to reduce the course durations once we fully adopt to the digitalization. Allow me to congratulate the graduates for the hard work and that has resulted in their graduation on this day. To all the graduates, as I congratulate you, I wish to invite you to the world of work and have the two-option perception that is for TVET. You are either employed or you employ yourself and others. That is the two-way TVET attitude that we expect of you. And going forward also, it does no harm for you to continue with progressing with your studies to diploma, to degree, and move on with your life. Thank you so much. I most congratulate African Institute of Research and Development for a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our chief guest, for that wonderful speech. We now, because in the interest of time, I want to welcome the people who are going to give us a 3 minutes entertainment of the IRAT song. In IRAT's African Institute, we nurture quality, we nurture talent, and we have we are privileged to have very talented young people. And today on this platform, I think we are happy that they are going to launch their song, and we want to welcome them so that they can do a very short presentation. Immediately after that, we are going to run through the names of our graduates. Thank you so much. Welcome. Continue watching. Like us on our Facebook page. Those who are streaming online, thank you so much. I think you can continue. Thank you. Welcome.
Tusubiria masomo je kuisha bado, karibu kwetu IRAT tukukaribisha. Subiri nikupe maana, baba hapa mafunzo wanajua, mimi nasema nachojua, usingoje kuambiwa. Kusidiploma sayansi sana ya kifundi engineer, ni utafunzwa usome sana ya kiafya media pia. Kama ni mafunzo wamebobea, walimu waliohitimu wamesomea. Kama ni mafunzo karibu kwetu IRAT utafunzwa yote. IRAT, a center of excellence. IRAT, we nurture quality. IRAT, African Institute. IRAT, African Institute. Karibu kwetu IRAT utafunzwa yote. Nakuru, Nairobi, Lodwar, Kericho, Kisumu, Eldoret pia. Ona Bungoma na sahau kwani tuwapa fursa kusoma pia. Baba hapa mafunzo wanajua, mimi nasema nachojua, usingoje kuambiwa. Kusidi diploma sayansi sana ya kifundi engineer, ni utafunzwa usome sana ya kiafya media pia. Kama ni mafunzo wamebobea, walimu waliotimu wamesomea. Kama ni mafunzo oh yeah, karibu kwetu IRATS utafunzwa yote. IRATS, a center of excellence. IRATS, winner quality. IRATS, African Institute. IRATS, African Institute. Oh yeah, karibu kwetu IRATS utafunzwa yote. Karibu kwetu soma soma, nafasi unayokuja soma. Karibu kwetu soma soma. Januari, Mei, Septemba, kunayo kuja soma. Januari, Mei, Septemba, kunayo kuja soma. Kama ni mafunzo wamebobea, walimu waliotimu wamesomea. Kama ni mafunzo oh yeah, karibu kwetu IRATS utafunzwa yote. IRATS, a center of excellence. IRATS, winner quality. IRATS, African Institute. IRATS, African Institute. Oh yeah, karibu kwetu IRATS utafunzwa yote. Wamebobea, walimu waliotimu wamesomea. Kama ni mafunzo oh yeah.
Welcome to African Institute, a school of excellence where quality is nurtured.
We do offer a variety of courses, and we also have
Thank you. That is wonderful talent. At this point, I want to welcome the principals to present the graduates to the chief guest. Thank you. Welcome.
The guest of honor, invited guests, and members of this congregation. I have the pleasure of presenting to the chairman the following graduates who completed their craft certificate courses successfully as follows. Certificate in Social Development, distinctions. Akumu Esther Awiti, Patonyi Shali, Biwot Jerono Ann, Jesang Cynthia Chekore, David Otieno Aida, Chemeli Lilian, Keren Afula Lucy, Lelon N. Zainab, Karyuki Regina Magure, Kipchichi Kelvin, Nairimo Masi, Odiri Agnes Akasi, Ongonga Victor Johnson. Credit. Serial number 14 to serial number 284. Pass. Serial number 285 to number 320. Thank you. May God bless you.
The chief guest, okay, you have the code on the sheet. We will request that you stand. So, invited guests, the members of this congregation, the chief guest, members of the congregation. I have the pleasure of representing to the chairman the following graduates who have completed their diploma courses successfully as follows. Diploma in Social Work, distinction. Aija Elia John, Abdul Aziz Ragma Mukwana, Akinyi Beatrice Akech, Amanya Virginia, Barasa Ekutane Sinyen Justus, Ingora Akumo Mildred, Jacob P. Napulo, Kariuki Nduta Patience, Nakuya Theresia, Kipruta Evans, Isoni Robert, Kore J. Sara, Mudaki Caroline, Nandeche David Oade, Nangodia Agnes Mali, Nyongeza C. Elder, Nyongeza M. Lona, Odhiambo Rachel, Odunga Ouma Charles, Rotichke Napademas, Suleiman A. Amina, Wasike Lucas Munyangani. Credit, serial number 24 to serial number 214. Pass, serial number 215 to serial number 219. Diploma in Community Development, distinction. Onyango Solenia, Temele Bula, Chepchichirio Sila, Isa Sapa Charles, Iprotichke Alex, Ipto Nancy, Kumelo Miriam, Melania Kini, Mwino Atieno Linet, Otieno Ochien Quinta, Papa Dotri Mary. Credit, serial number 12 to serial number 105. Thank you. May God bless you.
The guest of honor, invited guest, member of this congregation, I have the pleasure of presenting to the chairman the following graduates who completed their arts and the craft certificate courses successfully as follows. Arts and electrical installation, credit, serial number 1, pass. Serial number 2 to serial number 6. Certificate in electrical and electronic engineering, power option, credit, serial number 1 to serial number 2. Pass, serial number 3 to serial number 5. Certificate, craft certificate in information technology. Credit, serial number 1 to serial number 31. Pass, serial number 32 to serial number 42. Again, the guest of honor, invited guest and a member of this congregation, I have the pleasure of presenting to the chairman the following graduates who completed their diploma courses successfully as follows. Diploma in Electrical and Electronic Engineering, power option, pass, serial number 1 to serial number 2. Diploma in Information Communication Technology, credit, serial number 1 to serial number 38. Pass, serial number 39 to serial number 46. Thank you.
Guest of honor, sir, invited guests and members of this congregation. I have the pleasure of presenting to the chairman the following graduates who completed the artisan and craft certificate courses successfully as follows. Artisan in food and beverage, credit, serial number 1 to serial number 60. Pass, serial number 61 to serial number 84. Certificate in food and beverages, production, sales and service. Credit, serial number 1 to serial number 21. Pass, serial number 22 to serial number 31. Certificate in catering and accommodation operation. Credit, serial number 1 to serial number 45. Pass, serial number 46 to serial number 55. Certificate in nutrition and dietetics. Credit, serial number 1 to serial number 3. Craft certificate in tour guiding and operation distinction, Otieno Market Accord. Credit, serial number 2 to serial number 22. Craft certificate in tour guiding and travel operation. Credit, serial number 1 and serial number 2.
The guest of honor, invited guests and members of this congregation, I have the pleasure of presenting to the chairman the following graduates who completed their diploma course successfully as follows. Diploma in Dietetics Management, distinction. Kemboi Gladys, Waboba K. Sylvia. Credit, serial number 3 to serial number 63. Pass, serial number 64 to serial number 76. Diploma, Food and Beverage Production, Sales and Management. Credit, serial number 1 to serial number 8. Pass, serial number 9 to serial number 10. Diploma, Catering Accommodation Management. Credit, serial number 1 to serial number 12. Pass, serial number 13 to serial number 17. Diploma in Tourism Management, distinction. Ayuma Obed Guara, credit, serial number 2 to serial number 8.
The guest of honor, sir, invited guests and members of this congregation, I have the pleasure of presenting to the chairman the following graduates who completed their artisan and certificate courses successfully. Artisan in storekeeping, credit, serial number 1, serial number 39. Pass, serial number 40, serial number 119. Artisan in general agriculture, credit, serial number 1 to number 2. Credit, certificate in general agriculture, credit, serial number 1, serial number 4. Certificate in journalism and mass communication, credit, serial number 1. Craft certificate in accountancy, credit, serial number 1, serial number 16. Pass, serial number 17, serial number 19, number 21. Craft certificate in banking and finance, credit, serial number 1, serial number 10. Pass, serial number 11, serial number 16. Craft certificate in cooperative management, credit, serial number 1 to serial number 6. Pass, serial number 7 to serial number 8. Craft certificate in library, archives, and information studies, non-modular, credit, serial number 1, serial number 9. Craft certificate in secretarial studies, credit, serial number 1, serial number 2. Pass, serial number 3. Craft certificate in sales and marketing, pass, serial number 1, serial number 5. Craft certificate in supply chain management, credit, serial number 1, serial number 22. Pass, serial number 23 to serial number 36. Craft certificate in business management, distinction, Atiambo, Penta, Otiambo. Credit, serial number 2 to serial number 23. Pass, serial number 24, serial number 28. Craft certificate in human resource management, distinction, Jeruyat Robert, Mbuthia Mukenyi Ann. Credit, serial number 3 to serial number 36. Pass, serial number 37 to serial number 43. Craft certificate in information studies, credit, serial number 1 to serial number 31. Pass, serial number 32 to serial number 36. Thank you. God bless you.
The guest of honor, invited guests and members of this congregation, I have the pleasure of presenting to the chairman the following graduates who completed their diploma courses successfully as follows. Diploma in Journalism and Mass Communication, credit, serial 1 to serial 2. Diploma in Supplies Management, distinction, Wamadwa N. Catherine. Diploma in Accountancy, credit, serial 1 to serial 20. Pass, serial 21 to serial 29. Diploma in Banking and Finance, credit, serial 1 to serial 7. Pass, serial number 8 to